Hey guys, how's it going? And happy New Year's Eve. I hope all of you are doing good. And I thought, well, maybe we'll come on in here and hang out in the waning hours of 2024. And what better to do than to spend time together, first and foremost. So nice to see all of you and all of you who are live tonight watching. And shout out to the replay crew who have much cooler and better things to do tonight. Come on, you guys couldn't possibly have anything better to do than to hang out with me tonight, right? But I figured, what a better way to close out 2024 and bring in the new year than to watch the Michigan House of Representatives and see what they're up to today. So, hey, we have the Michigan Gun Control New Year's Eve Tyranny Watch Party. Now, they did have a session earlier today. I was thinking of going there, but then I found out from one of my inside sources that they said virtually like nobody was going to be there, but there might be a couple strays. Now, me sitting there thinking to myself, nothing could possibly happen. Or could it? Well, we'll see, because I have this queued up. And I'm going to show it in just 1 minute here. I just want to give you guys a chance to get the alert and to chime on in. So good to see all of you. And 3%er Prepper just came in with a super chat. Thank you. I appreciate the support. Says, let's start the night off right. Heck yeah. Well, thank you. Now, it's snowing here where I'm at in Michigan right now, and me owning a snow removal business, well, I might know what my plans are going to be later tonight or tomorrow, but we'll see, because it is starting to accumulate out there. So we're going to get into this in just 1 second. But before we do, I want to thank all of you for the many ways you help support the channel. Thank you for those of you who are YouTube channel members, and those of you who have been gifted channel memberships by our friend QD and other people. Shout out to QD if you're watching. Make sure you guys check out that bonus content that I post here on YouTube for you guys, as well as some special emojis in the chat. Also, thanks to anyone who leaves a super chat. You guys are my sponsors, and I'll make sure I read all of those, as well as to my Patreon supporters, as well as local supporters. So thank you, and I look forward to hanging out with you guys over on the other places where I post. Make sure you check the links down in the description. We've got Locals, their sister site that rhymes with Fumble, Myriad Social, as well as X. And I posted some good deals on stuff over to Locals and X just a few minutes ago, and I'll have more stuff coming out there over this next couple days. So yeah, nice to see all of you. Is it snowing where you guys are at? Because it's kind of like going to get pretty cold here. It was really warm like 2 days ago. I was out working on my wife's car, and now all of a sudden, well, I guess it's going to be wintertime for once. Well, it's been a pretty crazy 2 years, let's face it, in Michigan. We've had the Democrats taking control of the Michigan House of Representatives and Senate 2 years ago. The governor of Michigan, geez, you guys call her many things, but I like to keep this a family-friendly channel, right? Somehow she got reelected, or whatever happened, where she got in office again for another term. And yeah, they've been literally fundamentally changing the state in so many ways that have nothing to do with the Second Amendment, but that is what we focus on here. By the way, anyone try to find any eggs? No, I'm serious. I was at Walmart earlier buying some milk and a battery for my wife's car, and I was talking to her on the phone, and she's like, go walk by the eggs. I'm like, oh, that's right, the eggs. There's like no eggs in Walmart. There's like no eggs anywhere. They have to be cage-free. They have to be whatever. Like, people are literally up in arms over the eggs in Michigan. And I know I'm preaching to the choir, as the saying goes. But that's good, though. I like people who sing in the choir, especially all of you guys who sing in the front row of the choir. But look, if people would have paid attention as much and had as much of a revolt and uprising in this state, I'm not saying you guys, but fellow gun owners, fellow Second Amendment supporters, the hunters, the millions of them in this state, if there was just as much of an outcry as there is about these eggs, now the eggs is a big deal. I'm not saying it's not, but if people were that adamant about the Second Amendment, we might be getting somewhere. So I hope people will, and that's why I talk about this, because most of your eggs that you're trying to buy right now in Michigan, not so much. The shelves are empty. I believe it's illegal as of now or tomorrow to even sell anything other than certain kinds, and they're going through the roof, and if you can even find them. Eggs are going to be more each than ammo is actually soon. Well, yeah, if you guys are aware of some of the deals that I share anyways. Crazy. I should start getting into eggs. Man. Of course, then again, they're against the backyard flock, and they're against you being able to feed yourself. But literally crazy radical stuff has been passing through Michigan. Now, there's hopefully going to be a little reprieve, because starting this January 8th, I believe, is opening day, where they're coming into session, and the Michigan House of Representatives has flipped to Republican. Now, as long as these are all pro-Second Amendment Republicans, this could be a good thing, and I'm trying to be optimistic. Trust me, if you guys are new here, welcome. I'm glad you're here. But for those of you that have been around a little while, I'm not giving anybody a pass just because they're a Republican. There's lots of, quote, rhinos, people that don't care about the Second Amendment, that are Republicans and are politicians. However, with not one single pro-Second Amendment Democrat, I'm trying to be optimistic this year that now that the Republicans have the majority, there's a lot higher likelihood, right? A lot higher likelihood that things might be less worse, okay, at the very least, if not hopefully a little better. Now, their opening day session is January 8th, so that's coming up here in just about 9 days from now. My favorite state representative, I think she's the best. I'm serious. There's lots of good ones that I like. There's lots of really, really bad ones too, but my favorite, Jamie Thompson, has invited me to be her guest, so I am going to be there at the opening day session, and I guess you could call them minor festivities or whatever that happened there. Now, I'm not going to like there'll be like food to eat and stuff, which is cool. I'll probably eat because I'll be hungry being there all day. But my reason I'm going to go there is I'm going to start off the first day, guys, right away, going around to all these Republicans saying, so you're in the majority now. Is there a difference now that the Republicans are in the majority versus the Democrats? What's your plan? You need help with your plan? Oh, let's talk. And I'm going to help them with their plan. I'm not just going to sit back and say, all right, things are probably going to be less worse. Let's just sit back here and like hope like nothing bad happens and stuff. I don't think that's the way to be. So I already literally have plans to be in Lansing on the very first day of this new session. Like right when it starts, I'm going to walk up. I promise you. Some of you guys will be there. Tell me if I'm wrong. I will walk right up to them. If they have an appetizer in their mouth or they're taking a drink, I'll already be getting in their ear talking to them, and then they can finish chewing and respond back. But I'm going to be cool about it. I'm going to be nice, very politely, but I'm going to be there adamant, like literally talking to some of these reps saying, all right, where's your bill to repeal this? Where's your bill to repeal that? Because I'll tell you what, when the Republicans were in the majority for like 30, 40 years in Michigan, like in the state legislature, the Democrats just kept plugging away with those anti-gun bills, knowing they might not pass right away, but the more times they keep putting them up, the more it just gets seeded in, ingrained in. And when they finally got that narrow 2-seat majority in the Michigan House of Representatives and Senate, yeah, they were able to get quite a bit of gun control through. Now, we had nothing short of a miracle happen just about a week and a half or so ago, 2 weeks ago now, where a quorum was not present. The one Democrat, you guys remember that? The one Democrat, her name's Karen Whitsett, and all of the Republicans walked out. That literally stopped dozens of gun control bills in their tracks, which was crazy. Never seen it happen. You probably haven't seen it happen in your life, and you might not again. That was like crazy, but it was a good thing because it could have been a lot worse. Now, can't count on Hail Marys like that. So we need to start right away with this new session. The Democrats are still going to have the majority of the Senate for 2 more years. The governor of Michigan, Gretchen, she'd like to give you communion. Do you guys remember that? These are sick, twisted people, trust me. These are not good people, in my opinion, at all. Not on the inside or the outside. Ugly all the way around. Look, she's going to veto. The Democrats in the Senate aren't going to put any pro-gun bills through. And when I say pro-gun, I mean like they need to repeal the existing gun control. We don't need laws that give us the right to keep and bear arms. These are natural rights, certain unalienable rights that are endowed by our Creator. And that's what I believe. But you do, unfortunately, have to pass a bill to repeal the previous gun control laws. That's just how it works. They might not get them through in 2 years, but I'd like to see. And tell me what you all think in the live chat and in the comments on replay. I would like to think that people need to see a difference between the Republicans and the Democrats, especially when it comes to the Second Amendment. And if we can see that the Michigan House is fighting for the Second Amendment, maybe it'll give people more of a reason to go vote, because the Senate's going to be up for election, the Michigan State Senate, as well as the governorship in 2 years. Flip both of those to Republican, as long as they're pro-Second Amendment Republicans. That's very, very important. Look, I'm tired of this blue versus red. It reminds me of like gang warfare, right? So no, not just Republican, but pro-Second Amendment Republicans. That's what we're going for here. Get both of those chambers flipped, and yeah, then we can start going in there and getting stuff flipped. And I promise you all, I'm going to push the ball. I will literally be there, and that's why I said thank you for your contributions, because I do put it to good work. So let me see here. We're going to get into this in just 1 minute here. Curtis, what's happening, man, with the red super chat? Wow. Super generous. Thank you for the $100 super chat, man. I appreciate it. And Curtis has been a long-time supporter of the channel, and it's good to see you, man. He says, hey, brother, I haven't been on much lately, but it's good to see you, man. Well, you too. Are you doing good? Let me know how you're doing. I'll end up reading all the chat at a certain point tonight. There's more of you than me right now, so I might not necessarily see all of you in real time, but trust me, I go back through and see it, and I'll be like, oh, wow, Queen Moonbeam was hanging out tonight, and Johnny Smooth was, and Mitten State Media, and Vince Metzger. Lots of good people in here. Wow, look at this. Brianna's channel. Little B's Racing. We have Jane Locke. There she is. I thought I saw Crazy Heathen in here. What's happening, man? Yeah, like I said, I'll go through and see who's in the chat afterwards and be like, wow, there was some good people in here tonight. But yeah, man, we need to push for pro Second Amendment. Look, that's where it all starts. If they're not pro 2A, I don't care what color they are. Now, the red super chat, Curtis, that's a nice look. I like red insofar as, well, any color. I appreciate it. But no, when it comes to these political parties, it's like, are you red? Are you blue? No, thanks. I just want pro Second Amendment. But here's where the rubber meets the road, and here's where we find ourselves in the shape we're in. And look, we're doing the best we can. I'm trying to keep you guys motivated and positive, because I am looking forward to this new year. I think there's going to be a lot to worry about in many regards, but I'm really trying to look forward to it, trying to look for some positive change. But look, man, it's like there's no pro-Second Amendment Democrats at all in the state. Not in political office anyways. You could not find one pro-Second Amendment Democrat in the Michigan House or Senate that was willing to vote no on any gun control bills. Literally not even once. Now, we did have some Republicans vote for that so-called safe storage, and that's not acceptable. And they know that. They've heard it from me more than they have from anybody. But look, like, if we're going to find pro-Second Amendment people, it appears it has to be within the Republican Party. I say has to be because there's no pro-Second Amendment Democrats, and I don't like a two-party system, and I reject that it has to be this dichotomy, blue versus red, blue versus red. But here we are. So I am trying to look at, I don't know, just trying to keep my spirits up a little bit, right? Because this year's been terrible in so many ways, especially with the Second Amendment, especially here in Michigan and other states. Hopefully, with the Republicans taking back the majority of the House, we can get a little something going. All right. Jane, are you going to be there? I know you were there 2 years ago for the opening day, hangout, whatever. If you are, let me know. Okay, maybe we can go together. I always like to go together with Jane. Me and Jane are going together, as the saying goes. Well, no, not like that, but you know what I mean. Let me know, Jane. I like to go to Lansing and other places, to her friends that have the mud bog, and we were shooting there. And well, Jane can tell you guys all about it. What's up, Jeff Grant? What's up, Bobby? I see Randy Newsom in the house. William Valentin. Yeah, Happy New Year, everybody. Macosta, nice. Heck yeah. Look, dude, there's so many good people in the state, and there's so many nice areas in this state. Like, our state is just, like, so crappy, but it shouldn't have to be that way, right? All right. Do you guys want to see the... let me think of this. This is tough. No, it's not really that tough, because I like to be as decent of a person as I can in real life. But look, Let's call her Lori Pohutsky. Has anyone heard of her? Has anyone miss her yet? You guys remember that lady? Does this name sound familiar? Lori Pohutsky. Oh, wait a minute. What have we got going on here? Let's take a look at the Michigan House of Representatives session because, well, right? Right, Queen Moonbeam? Look, like I've said earlier, man, and I don't mean this in any kind of mean way. In fact, I'm being very, very polite. Somebody just told me the other day, they're like, come on, 2AEDU. You weren't being so nice. I'm like, oh, I'm being completely nice. Of all the things you could say about these people, I'm literally being the nicest that anyone's ever been. In fact, I dare you or anybody else to find someone that's more polite when you talk about these people. But when it comes to this Lori Pohutsky and many others, these are not good-looking people. Not on the inside, not on the outside. Now, you can look at my chat. Look at the girls that hang out in here. All of them are good-looking. It's not a coincidence, though. It's true. But these people, but with this said, who would like to see Lori Pohutsky's her name? Wait, Brett Charles said no. Wow, okay. Here's the thing, Brett. Somebody asked me recently. Hold on one second. I'm gonna bring this right back up. They said, how much are you gonna miss Lori Pohutsky? I said, I'm gonna miss her this much. See what I mean? I am gonna miss her just a little bit. 2 hours left. No, she's going to be back in the Michigan House of Representatives next year, but she will not be holding the gavel. Okay? No, it is hard to be nice, Iron Knight. I'm being serious. I'm like, dude, I'm being super nice. I even bought a Diet Coke, which is terrible for you, and I don't even like the taste of it. Because remember that night? They were passing gun control like through the night. They were immediate effect, and I'm like, whoa. When I started watching this like 16 hours earlier, she had one Diet Coke up there. By the time it was done, she had 37 Diet Cokes, like it was covering the whole thing. I'm like, whoa. So I said, well, if I want to be successful in life, I guess I need to take the Diet Coke. Well, I bought me one. It was like $3. What a ripoff, right? And they say there's no inflation going on. Give me a break. So I take one sip and I'm like, ooh, almost spit it out. And then took another sip and dumped the whole darn thing out. Look at these people. They got me drinking. I literally bought a Diet Coke, took basically 2 little half sips, and then I dumped it out on the ground. So don't worry, guys. I'm back on the wagon again. I got rid of it, but wow. See, Johnny Smooth? I said I miss her about this much. I mean, it's not a lot, but I miss her just a little bit. All right, let's see what was going on in the Michigan House of Representatives. That's what you guys want to see. I know that's why you're here tonight. We'll get in here. But I also just wanted to get on here and hang out with you all and say hi. All right. Let's look at what we got going here. Let's make sure my volume's not going to rock and roll. I don't want them to hear a woman's voice too loud. You know what I mean? The neighbors might think I'm cheating or something on my wife. You know, so I keep the volume down a little bit low because when Lori Pohutsky's on, yeah, you just don't want people. So I keep the volume down a little bit. But you're going to actually watch a little bit of stuff going on here. This is crazy. And this is literally from today, the last possible day of the year. The Michigan State Constitution says there shall be a sine die, or without day, meaning the last day of the session, gavelled out, not to return until the upcoming legislature comes in. The Constitution says it shall be at noon. I've talked about this before. It has to be at noon. It doesn't say like whenever you want. It has to be by noon. Well, we're going to see here what they were doing at 1:30 p.m. So I guess they don't really care about that. I mean, they don't care about the rest of the Constitution. So why are we surprised? All right, there we go. You guys will like this one. Now, do you remember this whole auctioneer thing? When they like sit there and auction off the bills? And we've also shown how they've like done first reading of bills, and they've transmitted bills to the Senate and received bills from the Senate. Keep in mind, this is all part of the legislative process. This is all how a bill can become a law. You know what I mean? It can become a law. Now, you're going to see some more of this, where stuff's passing on through with actually like no members voting whatsoever. There she is. No, she's nailed it. Ultra Mega Mama Linda says, I don't think Lori's your type. No, she's definitely not my type. And here's the thing. Lori Pohutsky, she was never my type from day one, but she's literally been going downhill like by the minute every single day. So, yeah, I think that's a very, very smart assertion. My wife's like 1,000 times cooler, right? Ultra mega mama, right, Linda? My wife's 1,000 times cooler and definitely like way, way hotter than Lori Pohutsky. So trust me. All right, let's play this and see. Let's see what she's up to. Now, here's the House of Representatives. Okay, in their last session of the year. Okay.
The House will come to order. The clerk will open the board for the purpose of taking attendance.
Okay, they're opening the board to take attendance.
Clerk will close the board, tally, display, and announce today's attendance.
Wow, that's quick.
Madam Speaker, quorum, the House is not present.
The House will stand at ease.
See, do you guys agree? Let's just call a spade a spade. That resting female dog face is not aging her very well. She's not doing so good. Wow. Okay, so quorum is not present. Who's that guy just strolling on in? That must be McKinney. Did you see this guy? Hold on one second. Watch him. Okay, watch over to, it's on your screen. It's going to be, it should be on the left unless it's inverted for you. But this is on the left side of the aisle. Watch this. He just waltzes right on in. Look at this guy. Wow. Yeah, I think that's the best way to describe his gait that he has. He kind of got the old, he's just waltzing right on in. Lori's wearing red.
The House will proceed to messages from the Senate.
Okay, hold on. Messages from the Senate.
To the Speaker of the House of Representatives, Sarah Harewood, return to the House. House Bill 4095. The Senate has passed the bill and pursuant to Joint Rule 20 inserted the full title.
The House agrees to the full title. Bill is referred to the clerk for enrollment, printing, and presentation to the governor on December 23rd.
Hold on. The House agrees to the full title. Just watch the formalities of this. These are all bills that are getting transmitted back from the Senate. And this is actually, believe it or not, people always overlook this stuff. They say this is boring, but you guys couldn't possibly be bored. Look at all the cool people in the chat. But here's where we're 2A to you. I'm trying to teach you something here. Trying to learn you all something, right? Now, look, this is actually part of the formal, like how a bill becomes a law. Just watch how they do this. This is crazy. And these people are not representatives. These are the clerks of the House.
Here to return House Bill 4096. The Senate has passed the bill and pursuant to Joint Rule 20 inserted the full title.
The House agrees to the full title. The bill is referred to the clerk for enrollment, printing, and presentation to the governor on December 23rd.
What's the title? Remember how we've complained on here so many times? They're like, we will read the bill by its title. The people of the state of Michigan enact. Now, this is the ultra low effort version where they don't even read it by its title. It just says, the bill will be agreed to by its title. What's the bill? What's the title of the bill? I don't know. Like, how are you supposed to? Just listen to this. This is real.
Here to return House Bill 4173. The Senate has passed the bill and pursuant to Joint Rule 20 inserted the full title.
House agrees to the full title. The bill is referred to the clerk for enrollment, printing, and presentation to the governor on December 23rd.
Here to return House Bill 4177. The Senate has passed the bill.
The bill is referred to the clerk for enrollment, printing, and presentation to the governor on December 23rd.
Here to return House Bill 4191. The Senate has passed the bill and pursuant to Joint Rule 20 inserted the full title.
House agrees to the full title. Bill is referred to the clerk for enrollment, printing, and presentation to the governor on December the 23rd.
Here to return House Bill 4192. The Senate has passed the bill and pursuant to Joint Rule 20 inserted the full title.
House agrees to the full title. Bill is referred to the clerk for enrollment, printing, and presentation to the governor on December 23rd.
Here to return House Bill 4193. The Senate has passed the bill.
The bill is referred to the clerk for enrollment, printing, and presentation to the governor on December 23rd.
Well, these guys are in a competition with each other. They're going to try to literally see how fast they're reading this. It starts to become like, yeah, like you can't even understand, but this is.
Here to return House Bill 4194. The Senate has passed the bill and pursuant to Joint Rule 20 inserted the full title.
House agrees to the full title. Bill is referred to the clerk for enrollment, printing, and presentation to the governor on December 23rd.
Here to return House Bill 4224. The Senate has passed the bill and pursuant to Joint Rule 20 inserted the full title.
House agrees to the full title. Bill is referred to the clerk for enrollment, printing, and presentation to the governor.
See, there is a couple of them out there on the House floor right now. There's like two I see. Yeah, Jane, he was just kind of strolling on in, man. I don't know why, but there was just something about the way he walked in. He just had like a thing going.
Here to return House Bill 4384. The Senate has passed the bill and pursuant to Joint Rule 20 inserted the full title.
House agrees the full title. Bill is referred to clerk for enrollment, printing, and presentation to the governor on December 23rd.
Here with return House Bill 4485. The Senate has passed the bill and pursuant to Joint Rule 20 inserted the full title.
House agrees the full title. Bill is referred to the clerk for enrollment, printing, and presentation to the governor on December 23rd.
See, we're actually listening for gun control right now. At least that's what I'm doing. And eggs and tampons in boys' bathrooms and just whatever. I mean, changing your gender and preferred pronoun on your birth certificate, your driver's license. You guys want me to get into the Supreme Court justice story? We'll get into that in a little bit. The Supreme Court justice, right? What's a woman? I don't know.
Here with return House Bill 4665. The Senate has passed the bill and pursuant to Joint Rule 20 inserted the full title.
House agrees the full title. Bill is referred to the clerk for enrollment, printing, and presentation to the governor on December 23rd.
Here with return House Bill 4666. The Senate has passed the bill and pursuant to Joint Rule 20 inserted the full title.
House agrees the full title. Bill is referred to the clerk for enrollment, printing, and presentation to the governor on December the 23rd.
The House agrees to the full title. What's the title?
Here with return House Bill 4667. The Senate has passed the bill and pursuant to Joint Rule 20 inserted the full title.
House agrees the full title. Bill is referred to the clerk for enrollment, printing, and presentation to the governor on December the 23rd.
Here with return House Bill 4675. The Senate has passed the bill and pursuant to Joint Rule 20 inserted the full title.
House agrees the full title. Bill is referred to the clerk for enrollment, printing, and presentation to the governor on December the 23rd.
Here with return House Bill 4679. The Senate has passed the bill pursuant to Joint Rule 20 inserted the full title.
House agrees the full title. Bill is referred to the clerk for enrollment, printing, and presentation to the governor on December 23rd.
Here with return House Bill 4728. The Senate has passed the bill and pursuant to Joint Rule 20 inserted the full title.
House agrees the full title. Bill is referred to the clerk for enrollment, printing, and presentation to the governor on December the 23rd.
Here with return House Bill 4854. The Senate has passed the bill and pursuant to Joint Rule 20 inserted the full title.
House agrees the full title. Bill is referred to the clerk for enrollment, printing, and presentation to the governor on December the
That'd be
23rd.
fine, Stripe.
Here with return House Bill 4900. The Senate has passed the bill and pursuant to Joint Rule 20 inserted the full title.
House agrees the full title. Bill is referred to the clerk for enrollment, printing, and presentation to the governor on December the 23rd.
Here with return House Bill 4901. The Senate has passed the bill and pursuant to Joint Rule 20 inserted the full title.
House agrees the full title. Bill is referred to the clerk for enrollment, printing, and presentation to the governor on December the 23rd.
Here with return House Bill 5022. The Senate has passed the bill and pursuant to Joint Rule 20 inserted the full title.
House agrees the full title. Bill is referred to the clerk for enrollment, printing, and presentation to the governor on December the 23rd.
Here with return House Bill 5030. The Senate has passed the bill and pursuant to Joint Rule 20 inserted the full title.
House agrees the full title. Bill is referred to the clerk for enrollment, printing, and presentation to the governor on December the 23rd.
Here with return
Someone has asked, what's the point of this nonsense? Yeah, I know, but the fact is like, have you seen anyone ever go over this much depth as me? I'm trying to actually show you guys, like, what happens behind the scenes. Like, nobody is there right now at all. There's two clerks and there's two representatives sitting in the audience, and we'll see soon, and some of their children and stuff coming into the House floor in a few minutes here. This is part of how a bill becomes a law. And how do you know what's getting sent to the governor's desk? Well, you can listen to this, right? Plus, this is pretty enjoyable if you think about it. Just auctioning off all of your rights as fast as they can. I mean, kind of reminds me. I mean, the band was playing when the band kept playing when the Titanic sank. So if you think about it that way, this makes sense.
return House Bill 5031. The Senate has passed the bill and pursuant to Joint Rule 20 inserted the full title.
House agrees to the full title. Bill is referred to the clerk for enrollment, printing, and presentation to the governor on December the 23rd.
Here with return House Bill 5032. The Senate has passed the bill and pursuant to Joint Rule 20 inserted the full title.
House agrees to the full title. Bill is referred to the clerk for enrollment, printing, and presentation to the governor on December the 23rd.
Here with return House Bill 5046. The Senate has passed the bill and pursuant to Joint Rule 20 inserted the full title.
House agrees to the full title. Bill is referred to the clerk for enrollment, printing, and presentation to the governor on December 23rd.
Here with re-return House Bill 5100. The Senate has
Re-return.
in the House substitute as substituted and agreed to the title as amended.
Wow. Is this the current former vice president? I'm pretty sure he just said the pressure. Yeah, these are what you said they are here. Who said that? Yeah, this does sound like that they're just transmitting. Wait, hold on a minute. I had a chat in here that went away somehow. Is YouTube messing with the chats again? But this is still part of the process. They have to read the stuff that was transmitted from the Senate to the governor. This is literally all part of how it works. If they don't do this, but I'm going to listen to what he just said. I'm pretty sure he said, national pressure. Let me see if I can rewind this just a touch, because I'm not sure what just happened here.
Return House Bill 5100. The Senate has concurred.
Wait, did he say return? Hold on. See, I'm learning here too. These guys are doing different stuff that they'll do stuff you've never even heard of when nobody's around.
Printing and presentation
Okay.
to the governor on December 23rd.
Return House Bill 5100. The Senate has concurred in the House substitute as substituted and agreed to the title as amended.
As
Bills
substitute.
referred to the clerk for enrollment, printing, and presentation to the governor on December 23rd.
He just said return the return of the substitute as substituted by its title. Like, that was crystal clear. We know exactly what just happened there, right? Wow. I won't bore you guys. I'd have to listen to that like 35 times just to get more in the dark on what he actually just said. Return of the substitute is substituted. But if you return the return, like a double negative equals a positive. So did they substitute or not? So you think about it.
Here with return House Bill 5101. The Senate has concurred in the substitute as substituted.
Working on teaching my 12-year-old daughter algebra, and it's like, look, if it's a negative times a negative, it equals a positive. So by 7th grade algebra standards, I think he negated himself so many times. Nothing just happened on that last one, I think. But don't hold me to that.
Bills referred to the clerk for enrollment, printing, and presentation to the governor on December the 23rd.
Here with return House Bill 5164. The Senate has passed the bill.
Bills referred to the clerk for enrollment, printing, and presentation to the governor on December the 23rd.
Here with return House Bill 5165. The Senate has passed the bill and pursuant to Joint Rule 20 inserted the full title.
House agrees to full title. Bill is referred to the clerk for enrollment, printing, and presentation to the governor on December the 23rd.
Here with return House Bill 5166. The Senate has passed the bill and pursuant to Joint Rule 20 inserted the full title.
House agrees to the full title. Bill is referred to the clerk for enrollment, printing, and presentation to the governor on December the 23rd.
Here with return House Bill 5167. The Senate has passed the bill and pursuant to Joint Rule 20 inserted the full title.
The House agrees to the full title. Bill is referred to the clerk for enrollment, printing, and presentation to the governor on December the 23rd.
Here with return House Bill 5168. The Senate has passed the bill and pursuant to Joint Rule 20 inserted the full title.
House agrees to the full title. Bill is referred to the clerk for enrollment, printing, and presentation to the governor on December the 23rd.
Here with return House Bill 5169. The Senate has passed the bill and pursuant to Joint Rule 20 inserted the full title.
House agrees to the full title. Bill is referred to the clerk for enrollment, printing, and presentation to the governor on December the 23rd.
Here with return House Bill 5170. The Senate has passed the bill and pursuant to Joint Rule 20 inserted the full title.
House agrees to the full title. Bill is referred to the clerk for enrollment, printing, and presentation to the governor on December the 23rd.
Here with return House Bill 5171. The Senate has passed the bill and pursuant to Joint Rule 20 inserted the full title.
House agrees to the title. The bill is referred to the clerk for enrollment, printing, and presentation to
I'm
the governor on
looking for some
December
of these.
23rd.
Here with return
John
House Bill
Control Bill
5172. The Senate has passed the bill and pursuant to Joint Rule 20 inserted the full title.
The House agrees to the full title. Bill is referred to the clerk for enrollment, printing, and presentation to the governor on December the 23rd.
Here with return House Bill 5173. The Senate has passed the bill and pursuant to Joint Rule 20 inserted the full title.
The House agrees to the full title. Bill is referred to the clerk for enrollment, printing, and presentation to the governor on December 23rd.
Here with return House Bill 5231. The Senate has passed the bill and pursuant to Joint Rule 20 inserted the full title.
The House agrees to the full title. Bill is referred to the clerk for enrollment, printing, and presentation to the governor on December 23rd.
Here with return House Bill 5232. The Senate has passed the bill and pursuant to Joint Rule 20 inserted the full title.
House agrees to the full title. Bill is referred to the clerk for enrollment, printing, and presentation to the governor on December 23rd.
Here with return House Bill 5233. The Senate has passed the bill and pursuant to Joint Rule 20 inserted the full title.
House agrees.
Can they do this without a quota? I think you mean quorum, but it's all good. Yeah, I guess. But the Constitution says that they're sine die session, so the last one of the whole legislative term, it says it's supposed to be at noon. And you can look at the little clock timestamp up on the top right here. They started the session as published. I've been telling you guys about this for almost 2 weeks now. They went into session at 1:30, but the Constitution says noon. So I don't know if they can or can't, but I don't know if it even matters anymore to an extent whether they can or can't, because they just kind of do. Is that a good answer?
Here's the full title. Bill is referred to the clerk for enrollment, printing, and presentation to the governor on December 23rd.
Here with return House Bill 5234. The Senate has passed the bill and pursuant to Joint Rule 20 inserted the full title.
House agrees to the full title. Bill is referred to the clerk for enrollment, printing, and presentation to the governor on December 23rd.
Not on it,
Here with
Brett.
return House Bill 5269. The Senate has passed the bill and pursuant to Joint Rule 20 inserted the full title.
House agrees to the full title. Bill is referred to the clerk for enrollment, printing, and presentation to the governor on December 23rd.
Here with return House Bill 5300. The Senate has passed the bill and pursuant to Joint Rule 20 inserted the full title.
House agrees to the full title. Bill is referred to the clerk for enrollment, printing, presentation to the governor on December 23rd.
Here with return House Bill
No, I'm having internet
5303.
issues.
The Senate has passed the bill and pursuant to Joint Rule 20 inserted the full title.
House agrees to the full title. Bill is referred to the clerk for enrollment, printing, and presentation to the governor on December 23rd.
I hear with return House Bill 5400. The Senate has passed the bill and pursuant to Joint Rule 20 inserted the full title.
Hold on a second. It's giving me like a weak signal. Hopefully it comes back. Okay. There's like a lag on the Michigan House.gov thing. So let me start playing
House
it
agrees the
again.
full title. Bills referred to the clerk for enrollment, printing, and presentation to the governor on December 23rd.
Here with return House Bill 5401. The Senate has passed the bill and pursuant to Joint Rule 20 inserted the full title.
House agrees the full title. Bills referred to the clerk for enrollment, printing, and presentation.
Yeah, man. Yeah, James. That's why I'm talking about this stuff as much as I can. They pull all kinds of fast ones, in my opinion, and have been all year. And yeah, there's lots of ignorance from the public. You're right. No, you're right. I mean, what more can I say? I'm in a good mood tonight, but hey, when someone's right, they're right. Saint Sitting Bull, why do we keep putting up with this? I don't know. Let me know, guys. Now with the chats, no, I'm being serious. Like I could tell you why for hours, but at the end of the day, I don't know. Do the people get the government they deserve? Does the dog wag its tail, or does the tail wag the dog? I mean, these are philosophical questions if you really think about it. Jason, what's happening, man? Half your chats don't post. Well, look, I'm just sitting here. I'm not, moderating or touching anything. But YouTube will just do what it does, first of all. And second of all of you watching, there's a little toggle on your chat up there. It depends if you're on a computer or if you're on your phone. But I know on the computer, you can hit the three little dots and tell it there's top chat, or what's the other one? There's two different types of chat. Toggle it to where it's on all chat or whatever it says, because it has different wordings. But you guys know what I'm talking about? And that might give you more of the chat. Because by default, YouTube just puts it into what's called a top chat, and you don't literally get to see every single one, right? January 20th yet. It is not. But for purposes of the Michigan legislature, which we're watching here, the Michigan House, the new session starts January 8th. But you're talking about January 20th as far as with the federal government, and we will see. Thank you, Linda. It's called live chat. There you go. Or it might be called all chat. See, it depends what device you're on. Top chat or all messages. So see what I'm saying? You guys are giving me different answers because depends what device you're on. They change the nomenclature of things. Not even joking. Grizzly man, keep up the good fight. I hear you. I mean, look, this is a small channel, right? Like, I have this teeny channel here on YouTube, and basically many people say, dude, you're like the only one even covering this. So trust me, man, I totally understand. I'm still trying to keep up the good fight. So I hope you will too. Clearly, this is not a popular thing. If you want to be popular, you don't cover this because most people just don't even care, like, at all, right? And some of them will even kind of shun you and give you the cold shoulder, like, yeah, like, whatever. But no, it's good, man. I'm going to keep playing this. Why? Because this is miserable. And I think people should kind of like, look, I don't want us to be miserable. I want you guys all to be happy and like super positive. Happy New Year, right? But you should endure just a little bit of this so you know what's going on. I think there's some value in that.
The governor on December 23rd.
Here with return House Bill 5435. The Senate has passed the bill and pursuant to Joint Rule 20 inserted the full title.
House agrees the full title. Bill is referred to the clerk for enrollment, printing, and presentation to the governor on December 23rd.
Here with return House Bill 5436. The Senate has passed the bill and pursuant to Joint Rule 20 inserted the full title.
House agrees the full title. Bill is referred to the clerk for enrollment, printing, and presentation to the governor on December 23rd.
Here with return House Bill 5450. The Senate has passed the bill and pursuant to Joint Rule 20 inserted the full title.
House agrees the full title. Bill is referred to the clerk for enrollment, printing, and presentation to the governor on December 23rd.
Here with return House Bill 5451. The Senate has passed the bill and pursuant to Joint Rule 20 inserted the full title.
House agrees the full title. Bill is referred to the clerk for enrollment, printing, and presentation to the governor on December 23rd.
Here with return House Bill 5549. The Senate has passed the bill and pursuant to Joint Rule 20 inserted the full title.
House agrees the full title. Bill is referred to the clerk for enrollment, printing, and presentation to the governor on December 23rd.
Here with return House Bill 5551. The Senate has passed the bill and pursuant to Joint Rule 20 inserted the full title.
House agrees the full title. Bill is referred to the clerk for enrollment, printing, and presentation to the governor on December 23rd.
Here with return House Bill 5571. The
Yeah, Grizzly with another good comment here. Exactly. I like when they say this is America, and they'll never do that. Like, WTF planet are you guys living on? No, I say this all the time. And this is why I like doing these live streams, right? It's like, I know there's still good people out there, and there's like real people out there. There's probably like 100 people watching right now. And I'm reading all this chat like out of the corner of my eye. I don't read it all in real time because, you know, people like to just listen to what's going on, and it makes it where it's not as good for replay. But like, look, I know you guys exist. Trust me. But at the same time, man, if I didn't, it'd be real easy to be blackpilled. Because I wake up every day being like, where am I? What's going on? Because in America, where the Constitution is the supreme law of the land, and the Second Amendment being the second time the Constitution was amended, it literally says, very simple, very easy to understand, and very beautifully, a well-regulated militia being necessary to the security of a free state. The right of the people to keep and bear arms shall not be infringed. That means legally in America. Here in America, we literally can't have one gun control law at all. Not even one. Because it doesn't say can't have too much infringement. It doesn't say, well, maybe I guess if it's reasonable enough a little bit. No, it just says shall not be infringed, period. There is no comma but. It's just infringed, period. So yeah, I wake up and I'm like, I feel like the current former vice president, right? Do you remember he wakes, he's like, where am I? What's going on? He's like, he gets up there. It's his biggest crowd that he had. Do you guys remember this? This was 4 years ago. Keep in mind, this is the most popular and the most fortified of all time. Just remember that. And this is according to Time magazine. NewsGuard certified source, they said this is the most fortified election of all time. He gets up on stage. Biggest rally he'd ever had. They had painted like 6 circles down on the floor. Do you guys remember this? This is important. And then we'll get back to Pohotsky. Stuff is important, but nothing more than this right now. Now he's up there. They painted 6 circles. There was 5 people in the audience, so they had to grab one of the cameramen and drag him over in the circle. So it was a full sold-out house. He gets up there. He's like, this is my wife. This is my daughter. Whoa, they switched on me. This is my wife, and this is my daughter. I'm like, whoa, wow. Now, I'm not making fun of him. Because every time they pass another gun control bill, I wake up the same way. I wake up quick. I'm like, oh, wow, more gun control just passed in Michigan? But the supreme law of the land says shall not be infringed, and that's supposed to reign supreme, the Bill of Rights, for the whole country, all 50 states, period, end of story. D.C., no one's even supposed to live there. Like, the fact that people even live in that city at all is so far away from the founding, it's not even funny. And I'm like, but they just passed another gun control, and there's like 20-something thousand gun control bills and laws and CFRs and rules that have full force and effect of law. And I'm like, where am I? What planet am I on? I don't know. So I kind of feel like the current former vice president. Every person has the right to keep and bear arms in defense of himself and of the state. That's Michigan Constitution, Article 1, Section 6. So, like, we joke a little bit, but I'm not. Like, this is serious stuff here. Like, where am I? What's going on? I don't know. Maybe you guys can tell me. All right, let me go back here, because the moment we all been waiting for. Like I said, don't tell my wife. It's not good. No, it is good. Trust me, my wife doesn't have to worry about anything with her. But it's like a guy my age shouldn't be looking forward to a woman coming on this late at night. But I'm looking forward a little bit. I want to see Lori Pohotsky. She didn't used to swing that way, but now she does. So you're saying there's a chance? No, she has less of a chance than Susan Wiki did. Susan Wiki died, but her ghost still haunts this channel. It's still literally. That's probably why a lot of you guys don't try not to get too mad at me, but a lot of your chats are disappearing because the former CEO of YouTube, I told her she never had a chance. I turned her down, and then she died. But now her ghost still haunts this channel. So I guess it's kind of my fault. You can say that she's after my viewers because Not so good.
The Senate has passed the bill and pursuant to Joint Rule 20 inserted full title.
House agrees the full title. Bill is referred to the clerk for enrollment, printing, and presentation to the governor on December 23rd.
Here to turn House Bill 5572. The Senate has passed the bill and pursuant to Joint Rule 20 inserted full title.
House agrees the full title. Bill is referred to the clerk for enrollment, printing, and presentation to the governor on December 23rd.
Here to turn House Bill 5573. The Senate has passed the bill and pursuant to Joint Rule 20 inserted full title.
House agrees the full title. Bill is referred to the clerk for enrollment, printing, and presentation to the governor on December 23rd.
Here to turn House Bill 5574. The Senate has passed the bill and pursuant to Joint Rule 20.
They're going to read the gun
Full
controls
title.
through like
Bill
3
is
in the
referred to the clerk
morning,
for enrollment,
probably.
printing, and presentation to the
I
governor
mean,
on
you know.
December 23rd.
Here to turn House Bill 575. The Senate has passed.
Of course, their stupid thing is sitting there. Yeah, I need to stop talking about the former CEO of YouTube. Every time I do, it sits there and freezes up on me. Come on, I'm back. All right, hopefully I'm back now. It literally does this weird thing every time I... Okay. There's certain things I talk about. I said Merry Christmas to you guys, and it messed with me the other day.
Passed bill and pursuant to Joint Rule 20 inserted full title.
House agrees the full title. Bill is referred to the clerk for enrollment, printing, and presentation to the governor on December 23rd.
Thank
Here to
God.
turn House Bill 5576. The Senate has passed the bill and pursuant to Joint Rule 20 inserted full title.
House agrees the full title. Bill is referred to the clerk for enrollment, printing, and presentation to the governor
So
on
that's
December
what they
23rd.
call her now,
Here
the
to turn House
governor.
Bill 5594. The Senate has passed bill and pursuant to Joint Rule 20 inserted full title.
House agrees the full title. Bill is referred to the clerk for enrollment, printing, and presentation to the governor on December 23rd.
Here to turn House Bill 5636. The Senate has passed bill and pursuant to Joint Rule 20 inserted full title.
House agrees the full title. Bill is referred to the clerk for enrollment, printing, and presentation to the governor on December 23rd.
Here to turn House Bill 5651. The Senate has passed bill and pursuant to Joint Rule 20 inserted full title.
House agrees the full title. Bill is referred to the clerk for enrollment, printing, and presentation to the governor on December 23rd.
Here to turn House Bill 5652. The Senate has passed bill and pursuant to Joint Rule 20 inserted full title.
Guys, just so you know, this is real. Like, if they didn't go through this part of things, literally today, okay, before the session ends, they would not be able to actually become law. So I know nobody's voting right now, but I want to emphasize one more time, this is technically still part of the process. Like, if they waited till tomorrow to do this, they wouldn't be able to, right?
House agrees the full title. Bill is referred to the clerk for enrollment, printing, and presentation to the governor on December 23rd.
Here to turn House Bill 5653. The Senate has passed bill and pursuant to Joint Rule 20 inserted full title.
House agrees the full title. Bill is referred to the clerk for enrollment, printing, and presentation to the governor on December 23rd.
Here to turn House Bill 5659. The Senate has passed bill and pursuant to Joint Rule 20 inserted full title.
House agrees the full title. Bill is referred to the clerk for enrollment, printing, and presentation to the governor on December 23rd.
Here to turn House Bill 5660. The
I
Senate has
see
passed bill and
something
pursuant to
sitting
Joint Rule
there
20
now.
inserted
Was
full
that
title.
Pohotsky
House agrees
again?
the full title. Bill is referred to the clerk for enrollment, printing, and presentation to the governor on December 23rd.
Here to
Oh,
turn
wow.
House Bill 5695. The Senate has passed bill and pursuant to Joint Rule 20 inserted full title.
House agrees the full title. Bill is referred to the clerk for enrollment, printing, and presentation to the governor on December 23rd.
Here to turn House Bill 5781. The Senate has passed bill and pursuant to Joint Rule 20 inserted full title.
House agrees the full title. Bill is referred to the clerk for enrollment, printing, and presentation to the governor on December 23rd.
Here to turn House Bill 5783. The Senate has passed bill and pursuant to Joint Rule 20 inserted full title.
House agrees the full title. Bill is referred to the clerk for enrollment, printing, and presentation to the governor on December 23rd.
Here to return House Bill 5817. The Senate has passed bill and pursuant to Joint Rule 20 inserted full title.
House agrees the full title. Bill is referred to the clerk for enrollment, printing, and presentation to the governor on December 23rd.
Here to turn House Bill 5818. The Senate has passed bill and pursuant to Joint Rule 20 inserted full title.
What
House agrees
optics
the
do you
full
make,
title. Bill is
Robert
referred to the
Lee?
clerk for enrollment, printing, and presentation to the governor on December 23rd.
Here to turn House Bill 5825. The Senate has passed bill and pursuant to Joint Rule 20 inserted full title.
House agrees the full title. Bill is referred to the clerk for enrollment, printing, and presentation to the governor on December 23rd.
Here to turn House Bill 5829. The Senate has passed the bill.
The bill is referred to the clerk for enrollment, printing, and presentation to the governor on December 23rd.
Oh, there's no quorum. No, only two people. Only two people registered at their desk for the roll call vote. So yeah, only two people voted for attendance today. But this doesn't matter though. They're still going to do what they're doing right here, transmitting.
Here to turn House Bill 5887. The Senate has passed the bill and pursuant to Joint Rule 20 inserted full title.
House agrees the full title. Bill is referred to the clerk for enrollment, printing, and presentation to the governor on December 23rd.
Because look, notice they don't say pursuant to the Constitution. Just listen to what they're saying. Pursuant to joint rule, right? Joint rule 20, I think he's saying. We now go by rules of the House, rules of the Senate. The joint rules appear to completely override the Constitution because the Constitution is plain as day. It says that there's sine die, or to translate to English, without day, meaning the last day of the session, where it will not return again. It will return with a new session, right? It says it's supposed to be at noon, but they didn't do that either. So I'm pretty sure It's become kind of obvious to me that when it comes to a lot of this, just like with the way they vote for immediate effect, that is not constitutional at all the way they're doing it, like literally, but they go pursue it to their rules that they create. The rules that January 8th, for example, they'll be voting on the House rules, the representatives will, for the next upcoming 2-year session. So they vote on their own rules, and they're following the rules right now of the House and Senate, the joint rules. Okay, so listen again, and you'll probably hear him.
Here at the turn, House Bill 5888. The Senate has passed the bill and pursuant to Joint Rule 20 inserted the full title.
House agrees with the full title. Bills referred to the clerk for enrollment, printing, presentation to the governor on December 23rd.
Here at the turn, House Bill 5924. The Senate has passed the bill and pursuant to Joint Rule 20 inserted the full title.
Yeah, pursuant to Joint Rule 20. We're operating under Joint Rule 20 right now, which may or may not necessarily be congruent with the Constitution. All right.
Here's the full title. Bills referred to the clerk for enrollment, printing, presentation to the governor on December 23rd.
Here at the turn, House Bill 5949. The Senate has passed the bill.
House agrees with the full title, or the bill is referred to the clerk for enrollment, printing, and presentation to the governor on December 23rd.
Here at the return, House Bill 5950. The
That's
Senate has
true.
passed the bill and pursuant to Joint Rule 20 inserted the full title.
House agrees with the full title. Bill is referred to the clerk for enrollment, printing, presentation to the governor
Here
on
at the
December
turn,
23rd.
here at the return, House Bill 5951. The
Wait a
Senate has
minute.
passed the bill and pursuant to Joint Rule 20 inserted the full
Did
title.
he just
House agrees with the full title.
almost
Bill
see? Hold on a minute, because if he had to go back. This shows you guys, like, you might not think so, but this is actually serious. He had to go back and correct himself. If not, I don't think that would have been able to advance. Hold on. Let's listen again there.
House agrees with the full title. Bill is referred to the clerk for enrollment, printing, presentation to the governor
Here
on
at the turn,
December 23rd.
here at the return, House Bill 5951. The Senate has passed the bill and pursuant to Joint Rule 20 inserted the full title.
Say they're reading from an exact script. If you get one word off from that script, I'm being serious now. One word off, it could mess up how these bills become laws. So that's why he had to keep talking over the other guy to get that into the record. Pursuant to Joint Rule 20. Okay, keep in mind that's what controls everything here that we're watching.
House agrees with the full title. Bill is referred to the clerk for enrollment, printing, presentation to the governor on December 23rd.
Here at the turn, House Bill 5956. The Senate has passed the bill and pursuant to Joint Rule 20 inserted the full title.
House agrees with the full title. Bill is referred to the clerk for enrollment, printing, presentation to the governor on December 23rd.
Here at the turn, House Bill 6046. The Senate has passed the bill and pursuant to Joint Rule 20 inserted the full title.
House agrees with the full title. Bill is referred to the clerk for enrollment, printing, and presentation to the governor on December 23rd.
Here at the turn, House Bill 6052. The Senate has passed the bill and pursuant to Joint Rule 20 inserted the full title.
House agrees with the full title. Bill is referred to the clerk for enrollment, printing, presentation to the governor on December 23rd.
Here at the return, House Bill 5066053. The Senate has passed the bill.
Bill is referred to the clerk for enrollment, printing, and presentation to the governor on December 23rd.
Here at the return,
See, the Senate has passed the bill. Pursuant to Joint Rule 20.
House Bill 6058. The Senate has passed the bill and pursuant to Joint Rule 20 inserted the full title.
Can you guys see back on the left there, that door going into the back? You very rarely get to see back there. That's where you're actually not supposed to see. So look to the left of the American flag. If it's on your right, just turn your brain upside down. Dude, is your brain scrambled yet? It has to be watching this. But look at like the ornate staircase. It's like a super ornate building. But like you're not supposed to be able to see back there. That's the part where, because if you look, there's actually a couple sets of doors. So you can see the one door's open on the right side of the aisle where the sergeant at arms is guarding it. All right. And you still can't see anything back in there. They've actually got the full left one all the way open. So like take a quick look in there because yeah, that's the room that you're not ever allowed to go in there for any reason at all. I can't believe they slipped up and let you see just a little bit in there. Wow. Whoa, I just think I saw people's souls going up those stairs and out the window. Pretty sure that's what I saw a minute ago.
House agrees with the full title. Bill is referred to the clerk for enrollment, printing, and presentation to the governor on December 23rd.
Here with return, House Bill 6075. The Senate has passed
Yeah,
the bill
they
and pursuant to
don't
Joint Rule
want you
20
to-
inserted the full title.
House
Somebody
agrees with the full
hurry
title.
up.
Bill is referred to the
What's
clerk
that?
for enrollment, printing, and presentation to the governor on December 23rd.
Here with return, House Bill 6088. The Senate has passed the bill and pursuant to Joint Rule 20 inserted the full title.
House agrees with the full title. Bill is referred to the clerk for enrollment, printing, and presentation to the governor on December 23rd.
Here with return, House Bill 6144. The Senate has passed the bill.
The bill is referred to the clerk for enrollment, printing, and presentation to the governor on December 23rd.
Here with return, House Bill 6145. The Senate has passed the bill.
Bill is referred to the clerk for enrollment, printing, and presentation to the governor on December 23rd.
Here with return, House Bill 6146. The Senate has passed the bill and pursuant to Joint Rule 20 inserted the full
Ooh,
title.
6146. Hold on. Okay, the gun control bills here. that have passed 6144 and 6145. But if I were to opine, I'm sure the gun control ones are either gonna be or already have been read in at 3, 4 in the morning, 11 at night. Some real obscure time is typically how they do it. But let's listen. We're almost done.
Full title.
House agrees the full title. Bill is referred to the clerk for enrollment, printing, and presentation to the governor on December 23rd.
Here with return House Bill 6166. The Senate has passed the bill and pursuant to Joint Rule 20 inserted full title.
House agrees the full title. Bill is referred to the clerk for enrollment, printing, and presentation to the governor on December 23rd.
Here with return House Bill 4605. The Senate has passed the bill to substitute S2 and pursuant to Joint Rule 20 inserted the full title.
The bill will lie over one day under the rules.
Here with return House Bill 4606. The Senate has passed
Wait,
the
the
bill
bill
to
will lie
substitute
one
S2
day
and
under the
pursuant to Joint Rule
rules.
30.
Hold on a minute. Yeah, the left door was open. I know it doesn't sound like much. Maybe you guys, look, I'm trying to be positive tonight. You guys can see the architecture. Jane Locke knows what I'm talking about. Trust me. Jane's been there a few times. All of you that have been there, tell me. You're not allowed to see inside that room very often at all. Like the fact that they have the camera zoomed all the way out where you can see the whole front of the room. You can see into that room pretty good. Usually if they have to open the door, they open it just enough to shuffle in. And usually they make sure the lights are out too, but there was full lighting. Not that may not matter to you. I'm just saying, you know, I've watched many hundreds of hours of this, and you normally don't get to see back there. You don't want to see back there.
Here with return House Bill 4606. The Senate has passed a bill to substitute S2 and pursuant to Joint Rule 20 inserted the full title.
Bill will lie over one day under the rules.
But will lie over one day under the rules. I don't think there's another day it can lie over too, though. We'll have to see how that works out for them.
Here with transmit Senate Concurrent Resolution 23. The Senate has adopted the concurrent resolution.
The resolution referred to the Committee on Government Operations.
Okay, they just adopted some type of current resolution. I'll have to go back in when I get a minute and kind of read up on some of this. All right. I'm pausing every once in a while just to kind of give some commentary. Yeah, Mark, it's not for the faint of heart. I agree. And look, I'm not making you guys watch, but I think it's good a little bit. I think it's good a little bit to pay attention, you know. Plus, we're hanging out together. Like I said earlier, I never did this to be popular. I'm fully aware this is not exactly a popular topic, but we need to know. Yeah, hold on a minute. What rule are we pursuant to now?
Messages from the governor.
Ooh, listen to this. Messages from the governor. She better not be trying to offer communion like she did with that potato chip or whatever it was. That was weird. If you guys don't know what I'm talking about, go look it up.
From Governor Gretchen Whitmer to the Clerk of the House, Dear Clerk Brown, in accordance with Section 14 of Article 5 of the Michigan Constitution of 1963, I write to advise the Michigan State House of Representatives that I granted the following commutations and pardons during 2024. Stacy Lynn Blue, whose convictions I pardoned on December 20th, 2024. Anthony Aaron Hayes, whose convictions I pardoned on July 8th, 2024.
So hold on a minute. When it came to them, they were talking about pursuant to Joint Rule 20 is what they were. That's the authority they were operating under this whole evening, right? But then when it comes to the governor, she says pursuant to the Constitution. So even the governor, it sounds like, is claiming to be more pursuant to the Constitution than this. But I'm just I don't know, just an observation. I'm not sticking up for the governor either. I'm just saying, why did she just say, you know, she's writing on behalf of, right? And she says pursuant to the Michigan Constitution, but everything else they just read in for the Senate was just pursuant to Joint Rule 20. It's probably just my ignorance, but something doesn't quite jive there.
Or Tanya Lynn Marks, whose convictions I pardoned on December
Can't even
20th,
pronounce their
2024. Anthony Avon Shedrick Martin, whose convictions
That's
I pardoned
okay,
on
buddy.
December
None of these
20th,
people can pronounce
2024.
their name.
Aaron K.K. Shugama, whose convictions I
Wow.
pardoned on July 8th,
He
2024.
just said shoot it out of national pressure. Look at the clerk back there. He's getting on his phone again. Pohutsky just texted him and says, supper's waiting. Hurry up and gavel this thing through. mean, look at this. I would have thought this was funny years ago, but it's like, remember, she's Kamala. I'm Kamala. I'm the first Indian, whatever. And then she says, I'm Kamala, the first Indian, black, whatever. Look, she doesn't even, they don't know where they come from. They don't know how to even say their own name. Then it's Kamala. I'm Kamala. And I'm the first whatever elected to the United States Senate. It's like, geez, Pete. So, of course, I just think it's funny because this guy can't. And look, I couldn't pronounce any of their names either. But no one can even pronounce their own name anymore when it comes to most of these politicians.
24. Andre Eugene Brown, whose sentence I commuted on December 20th, 2024. Michael James Klusman, whose sentence I commuted on December 20th, 2024.
Quick question for the audience out there. How many of these pardons or commutations, meaning you're still considered guilty, but your sentence is cut short, how many people's sentences do you think she commuted that were found guilty of a victimless crime pursuant to the Second Amendment? Meaning a guy was carrying a gun in a manner where he never hurt anybody, let's say, but didn't have the right permit. Maybe someone was carrying somewhere they, quote, shouldn't be. Maybe somebody was literally following what they thought was the supreme law of the land, and they said, well, I'll just follow shall not be infringed. I wonder how many of those people, I'm saying victimless, because look, murder is illegal in every state, in every country of the whole world. All right. I mean, it's literally in the 10 Commandments, thou shalt not murder. Obviously murder, regardless of what it's with, that's not acceptable. That's abhorrent and should be punished. Very, very harshly punished, actually. But so I'm being very specific here. Victimless crimes with firearms. I wonder how many of those she commuted. Should commute all of them. If the only victim is you broke some kind of statute but didn't actually harm anybody, that's a problem. That's a big problem. So I just wonder.
Ricardo Hart, whose sentence I commuted on July 8th, 2024. Maxie Johnson, whose sentence I commuted on July 8th, 2024. Charles E. Malone Jr., whose sentence I commuted on July 8th, 2024.
Here,
Dorothy
Shannon.
Jean Morris, whose sentence I
Shannon
commuted on
Kirby,
December 4th, 2024. Daryl Phillips,
answer,
whose sentence
guys.
I
Can you
commuted
have
on
a
December
negative
20th, 2024.
percentage?
David Powell, whose sentence I commuted on December 20th, 2024.
I told you
And
there's good
Manuel
people in the
Ramos
chat
Jr.,
tonight.
whose sentence I commuted on December 20th, 2024.
What's up, Rob Wayne?
Communications from state officers.
Receive from the Secretary of State notices of filing of administrative rules. Filing
The Secretary of State? Now we're going to get into Jocelyn Benson. Ooh. Wow.
24-12-01 for the Department of Licensing and Regulatory Affairs entitled Construction Code, Part 4, Building Code. 24-12-02 for the Department of Licensing and Regulatory Affairs entitled Rehabilitation Code. 24-12-03 for the Department of Licensing and Regulatory Affairs entitled Audiology General Rules. 24-12-04 for the Department of Licensing and Regulatory Affairs entitled Security.
Oh, pardon my French, but hell no. Let me hold on a minute here. Pardon my French, au revoir, but hold on a minute. I got to replay this. I've never heard anything so convoluted in my whole life. And I watch a lot of this stuff. Okay,
Rehabilitation Code 24.
Let's see what did the Secretary of State just put through?
Part 4, Building Code. 24-12-02 for the Department of Licensing and Regulatory Affairs entitled Rehabilitation Code. 24-12-03 for the Department of Licensing and Regulatory Affairs entitled Audiology General Rules. 24-12-04 for the Department of Licensing and Regulatory Affairs entitled Securities.
Oh, wow. Okay. Sorry, guys. I totally understand it now. It's obvious what well, yeah, of course. She just passed, the thing. Uh-oh. Did he just say, hold on a minute. Look what the clerk just said. Let's go back here. Look at this. You guys are going to like this. We're almost done with this part. And then I'm going to read some of the chats. He just said, Lori, get up here and make me a sandwich. Watch. He said, look at this. Say, get up here, make me a sandwich. She goes, whoa, look at her. There's some of her kids and stuff, I guess, on the floor. Okay.
There being a lack of quorum, I declare the House adjourned without day.
Wow. Look, I can't be the only one. I just kept proving wrong. Never claimed I was too smart, but I was willing to bet she was literally, because you saw that. Hold on, let's go back. Did anyone bet against me? I said, he's calling her up there and saying, woman, get up here and make me a sandwich. Let's watch this again. Boy, was I wrong.
The Department of Licensing and Regulatory Affairs entitled Securities.
All right. See, look at that's a get over here. Get over here, woman. Daddy's hungry. Now, hold on a minute. I thought she was going to come up and make him a sandwich or something. Watch this.
There being a lack of quorum, I declare the House adjourned without day.
Ooh. See that look on her face? It's just permanently now. Wow. There you go. Sine die. I consider the House adjourned without day. And I'm sure you guys like completely and utterly understood every single other thing that was said, right, in the session. Like it all made perfect sense. See, Rescue Nut saw that. I wasn't the only one. He did that, oh, get over here. And she said, and then that wasn't what she was doing. She just wanted that certain look on her face that she likes to do. Jeez. All right, we have some new channel members in the house. Ron Wayne, it says, new member on my screen. Well, thank you for being a channel member, Ron. And I know you've been one for a long time as well. So thank you. I appreciate the support and hope you're having a happy new year. And there she is. Misty, Mrs. Wayne, became a YouTube member. Well, thank you, Misty. And you and Ron have both been supporters of the channel for a long time. And by the way, I did tell my baby girl and showed her the picture of you that you kept that Christmas card she made. And she said, ah, so I definitely passed that on. And then thank you for sharing that with us. Patrick 7 in the house, member for 5 months. Well, thank you for being a channel supporter. And he says, I just wanted to stop in and say Happy New Year. Yeah, Happy New Year, everybody. I'm going to jump off in just a little bit and see how much snow is falling out there. Yeah, it looks like actually quite a bit, believe it or not. Wow. So maybe I'll be plowing snow tonight or tomorrow or something. I don't want to try to compete with the big shows or whatever where they drop the ball and all that. I'm going to sit there and rewind and probably just try to figure out what that message was that the Secretary of State transmitted over. I need to study that tonight. John Q. Public just became a YouTube member. Well, thanks, man. I appreciate it. And make sure you guys check out some of those bonus behind the scenes videos that I've been putting up and all of that. Yeah, Hunter, she's mad she can't pass gun control today. Well, I got to study some of this a little bit more because some of that was a little bit of fast talking. When he said, return the unreturn of the substitute, unsubstitute, of the substituted substitute. I've got to just sit there and count on my fingers. Like, -3 times -3. Okay, that's +9, but times -3. Now we're down to like a -27 times a -3. So you have to, it's real easy to get confused. So I have to go through and brush up on my 7th grade math and try to see exactly what happened, because some of those were a little bit weird. I have to admit, a little bit weird. Happy New Year, Dances with Wolves. Yeah, Dragon F, I don't know, says unconstitutionality dates from the time of its enactment. In legal contemplation, it is as inoperative as if it had never been passed, since an unconstitutional law is void the general principles. I don't know, man. There must be something to do with pursuant to Joint Rule 20. I'll have to study that Joint Rule 20 if I can even read the Joint Rule 20. I imagine it might be available somewhere, but I don't know why they can do this sine die or in English without day session and adjournment. I guess I'm just not like a lawyer enough to understand that in plain English, the Constitution says 12 p.m. noon. Yeah. You got to take the boots off. MC Mick C. Joe. Yeah, I know. Got to take the boots off so I can count past 10. I hear you. I mean, obviously. Scotch ancestry. Happy New Year, all. One U.S. Army Iraq vet says everything they did tonight was illegal. I would say most likely so. I would say there's a slim chance it wasn't. It wasn't sticking earlier today, ZIY1, but now it is sticking. Okay. So we will see what happens. I think legal nexus. Yeah, or it's just whatever. John Q. Public, how does legislature not have to pass constitutional muster prior to enactment or enforcement of any legislation? Why, under the ways they do things, I couldn't begin to tell you. But according to the Constitution, the answer would simply be, no, they do have to pass constitutional muster, but yeah, I just wanted you guys to see part of the process tonight. We've already discussed the gun control that's actually passed both chambers. So I'm not trying to exaggerate what happened tonight. It might be completely unimportant. And as a few people have said, like it's hard to even watch and probably even a little bit boring. I just like to show a little bit of this behind the scenes stuff because this was the last day of the session here in 2024. And that's how they gavel stuff through at the end. And I just kind of wanted to see you guys and wish you all a happy new year and see if everybody's doing good. Well, let me check and see here on a couple more chats. And I think I am going to jump off and probably maybe grab something to eat for a minute. Something like that. Go out and make a snowman because it was so wet. I was out there just before I started this stream. Instantly, like on one of my trailer tires, I just grabbed a fistful of snow. So I was able to make a big old snowball. So I will probably go out and, I don't know, have a snowball fight with myself or maybe try to make a snowman. I don't know. But yeah, some of you guys saw that too. Just for a minute there, the way he did that whole get over here, right? And had Pohutsky come up to the, had her come up to the, the old podium there. Good night, Johnny Smooth. Vince Metzger, Happy New Year, man. Nice to see you. Stephen J, Happy New Year. You be safe too. Is anyone getting ready to go out there and fire a blast or 2 or 12 at midnight? It's going to be the new year in 55 minutes if you're in the United States Eastern time zone. And then some of you guys are like an hour behind that, and then maybe even yet another hour or 3 hours. And then there could be somebody watching from, oh, I don't know, Alaska. How many hours are you guys off? Like a lot? I don't know if I've ever had a viewer from Hawaii. Is there anyone watching from Hawaii? I know Hawaii, I actually did I literally have never seen anyone say they were from Hawaii even once. There must be somebody out there. Maybe, but probably not, I guess. They don't go by the Second Amendment in Hawaii. I've literally covered this on this channel a few months ago now. They abide by the spirit of aloha. To them, the spirit of aloha is the law of the land, and that's the guiding principles that the Hawaii State Supreme Court, right? Go back and watch it. It's in one of my live streams. I think the title literally says the spirit of aloha. So some of the states don't really care much about the Constitution at all. And I don't know if I've ever had a Hawaii viewer. I mean, I must have. They just didn't really say anything. A snow person that says, yeah, right. Well, I know you're joking on that. I know you're joking. He said snowman. No, I'm not politically correct at all. I get a little bit of pushback sometimes for it, though. I really do. Even some of my viewers are like, 2A EDU, you're my favorite channel, but you're not quite politically correct enough. And I'm like, politically correct enough? We're losing our Second Amendment right now. Like, I try to be as polite as I possibly can. Trust me, I'm way nicer than some people say I should be. But I'm still trying to be nice and polite, but politically correct. Whew. No, Vince knows this channel. We're not politically correct here. And I bet you $1 million he's joking, so I don't even need to ask. I cannot see in the sky at all. Like, literally. 792 Slayer just came in with a super chat. Well, thank you. I appreciate you being a sponsor of the stream tonight. He says, I missed a bit. Are the traders doing a treason? Well, I mean, that's what traders do. They were just reading through these pursuant to Joint Rule 20. I can't exactly tell you what that is, as I said here, but they were going through passing bills through from the Senate and transmitting them onto the governor to potentially be signed into law. And then they adjourned without day. It's referred to as sine die in the Constitution. In fact, I believe the way they normally end the session is by saying the session is adjourned sine die, which is Latin. But she used the English translation and said, we're adjourned without day. So now officially, okay, they're adjourned out. The Michigan House of Representatives is done under control of the Democrats. Like, literally, legally, it's all done right now. And the Republicans will be coming back in with the majority and with the gavel on January 8th. And I'm going to be in Lansing the 8th. And Jane probably answered my question earlier. Are you going to bed, Jane? Or when you're done, like when the stream's done in a minute, can you text me if you're going to be at the Capitol on the 8th? Because I was kind of curious. And anyone else can let me know in the chat too. I mean, I'm curious if all of you guys are going, but I was particularly wondering if Jane was going to go because I know she was there 2 years ago. Yeah, what's up, Jane the Swamp? Oh, she says, yes, she will. Nice. Well, we'll talk in the meantime then. Because I know you've got a bunch of friends up there, and you know how it is afterwards. Like, after the session's over, can walk around and go into people's offices. I know Angela had like an open house in hers and different things like that going on. And plus, I need to get up there and get my new ID badge, right? The frequent visitors thing that makes it a lot easier to get in and out. But they wouldn't let me get it last time we were there. I was there because they said it was too early. So I have to go and do all that. And yeah, you don't have to have a badge to get in there, guys. I just choose to get one because it allows me to get through quicker when I'm trying to see as many reps as I possibly can while I'm trying to get Second Amendment things accomplished. No, things could have been a lot worse. Look, guys, I call a spade. And to me, if even one gun control passes, completely reprehensible. There is no, but I guess it's okay. None of it's okay. None of it's okay. However, man, if you guys are new here, welcome. And go back and look. I have this is what people tell me. I don't know. But I probably have the largest library of covering this stuff on the internet as far as video footage. You can see when we're going through just watching all this stuff passing through the middle of the night, it was getting worse and worse and worse. And then all of a sudden, Karen Whitsett and all the Republicans walking out, they couldn't do it. They couldn't get a quorum. They basically had to stop. So I'm trying to compartmentalize because we can be critical and positive at the same time. The fact that even one gun control law, because some are now laws that passed last year as well as this year. There are more that passed both chambers that will become a law, completely unacceptable. With that said, it was literally destined to be about 100 times worse, and it's nothing short of a miracle that it wasn't. So, yeah. January 8th is the first day of the upcoming session. They call it opening day. What's up, Avi? He says, Happy New Year. We survived the gun control nonsense. No, we're trying, man. But at the same time, you know what I'm saying. Even one is completely unacceptable, but it could have been 1,000 times worse. Yeah, Jane, we'll like kind of scrounge around and try to see if we can get our new passes, and then maybe see if anybody's giving away any food or whatever. I mean, Jane, you don't have to scrounge around, but I kind of like to keep a little bit of a low profile. So I'll kind of walk around there like, and then does anyone believe that? No, I actually just walk right up to people and talk to them. Most of them already know who I am anyways. Trust me. Hold on a minute. Eric's Fishing Adventures. Okay. He says, I hope you get less politically correct. See? Okay, good. Good. So it's just the opening day of the session, right? It's not a 2A rally or nothing like that. That's when it starts. And I am going to be there because, look, we can't stop this fight. Everyone else is going to tap out. They're going to say, oh, we took the majority. Like, whatever we even means. Look, there's we the people. That's important. But they'll say we, like Team Red took, so now we can just sit there and do nothing. We'll just fall asleep. And trust me, I would bet like a ton of money on that. I'm not a betting man, but if I was, I'd bet everything I have. Most people just fall asleep and say, whatever. You guys know that. But now, it's the first day of the session, so I would feel like I was slacking if I go there the second day of the session and start to talk about the Second Amendment to the legislators. And there's some legislators I was talking to just recently that are like kind of chomping at the bit and kind of hope that a lot more of us will get behind them, because there's some people in the Michigan House and in the Senate both that are pretty darn ticked off that this stuff passed. I know it's real easy to get disillusioned with all politicians that there are. Don't do it, because there are some good ones on the state level. There really are. But there's some guys and gals out there that are ready to come through here and try to change some stuff. So that's where we need to be involved. And that's why I need to be there on the first day of session, so I can go in there and just let them know that, hey, we're here. The Second Amendment's still just as important right now as it was a week ago, as it was 200 years ago, right? What's happening, Ron? How's it going, man? Well, Ron can tell you right now that there's some good representatives, right, Ron? But look, we still have to just go there and let them know, though. The good ones, I've said this so many times, the good ones need our encouragement. The bad ones that are voting against the Second Amendment, they need to hear from us too. But don't just complain to the bad ones. Like, you need to complain to the bad ones. You need to let them know. You need to kick them the heck out and say you're fired, and get all your friends and family to get in there and elect someone that's pro-Second Amendment. You need to try your hardest. I truly believe that. But if someone's doing a good job and they're fighting for the Second Amendment, you got to do it. You got to have their back. So I appreciate what you've done. What are you working on now? How can I inform my viewers? You have the gist of what you want to do, but you need some ideas. I'll write you a draft of the bill, I might tell one of the legislators, and they can look at it just so their eyes can start reading it and they can start thinking about it. So there's different ways, and I'm going to work on as many of them as I possibly can. But no, this is a good one. Ron just said, chickens can't be in cages, but your guns have to. Pierre, Michigan. Wow. Where were you earlier, Ron? I needed that to start this stream. Because I'm like, man, if people were to go as nuts, right? We were just talking on the phone about that. I was talking around last night. If people were to go as nuts as they are about these eggs for the Second Amendment, we probably would find ourselves in a lot better shape than we're in. I would say so. But I'm still kind of mad about these eggs. I went to the Coney Island with my friend Frank earlier today, We were up to Leo's Coney Island. All right. Anyone heard of the place? We were up to Leo's, and I'm like, dude, I'm getting the omelet just because they said they don't want me to have it. Dude, the local Walmart here, the eggs are completely gone. Like all of them gone. And then I heard some of these famous doctors. I'm an epidemiologist. Ooh, when I hear that, it's like, whoa. Watch out for the don't have the backyard flock. Watch out for the eggs. I'm like, wait a minute. First of all, these so-called health professionals are telling me not to eat the eggs. Now they're saying the egg can't be in a cage, but my guns have to be. So I ordered the egg omelet, just if you guys want to know. The Western omelet with cheddar cheese, and then had some onions cooked up and fried within the hash browns. So, I mean, if you wanted to know. But yeah, I went in there, man. He's like, you want to join me for lunch? And at first I'm like, yeah. And I'm like, man, you know, good friends with people. Sometimes you still don't even get to hang out because you're all so busy working. So I'm like, no, I want to go. I want to go eat lunch with my buddy. So I got myself motivated, hopped in the truck. I mean, it was like a quarter mile away, right? Like where he works and I work is a half mile. This is like halfway in between. So I went there and I'm like, I'm ordering the eggs. I'm going all the way. Egg omelet. Shannon Kirby with the super chat. Well, thank you, Shannon. I appreciate it. Says, thanks for doing what you do. Save the 2A. Well, you're welcome, and I'm trying. And I appreciate the support and the encouragement both. So thank you for sponsoring the stream tonight. And I'm just kind of looking sideways so I can see that avatar, and that's a nice red four-wheeler there. Yeah, nice. Yeah, I'd like to ride around a quad. That'd be fun. I actually like, well, I would say I used to have them. I technically still have one. It was just kind of wrecked like a long time ago. Maybe I should get it out and try to fix it. But yeah, thank you. Thank you, Shannon. And hopefully you're out four-wheeling away right now in this nice snow that we're having. New Hampshire, the most pro 2A state in the Republic now. New Hampshire's a weird state, man. Shout out to New Hampshire, but like New Hampshire will be like, is like super libertarian as a whole. It's hard to classify any one thing, but very pro Second Amendment ish. But then they elect like super duper gun grabbing Democrats for the United States Senate. I could get into New Hampshire for hours because it's complicated. Believe on the Lord Jesus Christ. John 3:15. That whosoever believeth in him shall not perish, but have eternal life. Well, that's a good one, and definitely something a lot better to be thinking about than the legislature or the whatever they're doing in the middle of the night. No, I'm being positive. I'm going to jump off in just 1 minute, but I just want to go up there for their opening day because, A, I want to be there with my state representative, Jamie Thompson. She's a good one. And I need to be there and not just say, oh, well, ho-hum. It's like, no, go get them, girl. Let's defend the Second Amendment. Let's turn all this stuff back. Because trust me, there's people on the other side that aren't going to have her back. And then, well, there's, how many are there now? About 60 more of them. And I'm going to go around to as many as I possibly can. Make sure the Republicans are understanding they need to be pro-Second Amendment if they're not already. The ones that are pro-Second Amendment, let's get encouraged and get some stuff moving. South Morris, 2A EDU, continue what you're doing. Well, thank you. I appreciate the encouragement. Talk to you later, Queen Moonbeam. I hope you're doing good. Nice to see you. Queen Moonbeam, me and her have known each other quite a while now, if you think about it. Like, man, me and this girl go way back. Yeah, we met, I guess, in 2020. I've met a lot of good people doing this channel. That's one of the benefits of it, I guess. Yeah. AMP. Get the churches to wake up in Michigan. Watch Jack Hibbs. Calvary Chapel Church, Chino Hills, California. I'd have to go look to see if I'm familiar. I might be, but I might not be. Yeah, this whole egg thing is weird. I think this is like a psyop. Yeah. I kind of want to go eat eggs right now. Like, I've always liked eggs. Like, I'm not woke at all. Like, I'll eat animals and eggs and, whatever, right? But at the same time, I don't often just sit like, I don't know. Usually, like, eggs aren't the first thing that just comes to mind, although they're really good for you. A great source of fats and proteins and amino acids, vitamins, all kinds of things. But I already had eggs earlier today, which would have been plenty enough. Now I just want to sit there and just kind of gorge myself in eggs all night. Just because I know there's something like, it's just, yeah. I think some of you know what I mean, right? How many of you guys just want to go eat an egg or two or a dozen just to and sit there and like, I don't know, like with like that edible finger paint, right? Like I don't know, just write like 2A on one of them and then dress the one up in a burlap bag sack where it looks like your favorite representative or whatever it is and just sit there and mash them all up into egg salad. I don't know. Okay, the channel's Real Life with Jack Hibbs. Okay, I will check it out. I'm not endorsing the channel because I'm just not familiar, but yeah. Deviled eggs. Here we go. Urban Alien. I could go for some deviled eggs. Dude, especially when they say you can't have eggs anymore. Like, look, I don't want to spread fake news. We can have eggs in Michigan going forward. It's just your eggs. How did Ron word that earlier? Your eggs can't be in a cage, but your guns have to be in a cage, right? And I'm still, whatever country we live in, but I still consider myself an American. And as an American, it's like, oh, wait a minute. You're telling me that due to all these new egg restrictions, look, the shelves are empty at my local Walmart. None. Like, you're telling me now there's not any eggs? And then all these people from the health professionals are like, you shouldn't eat eggs. I'm like, no, I'm going to go eat more eggs. That's just how it is. Wait, drain the swamp. Don't make me deliver you 100 eggs. Wow, do you have a lot of eggs right now? Good for you. Yeah. I mean, I like people with the dreaded backyard flock. I heard this epidemiologist or whatever the heck it is. These people are all quacks, in my opinion. They're literally up there and they're like, beware of the backyard flock because you can catch something from it. I'm like, dude, a lot of my friends have chickens pecking around, right? I don't know. Chickens drop eggs every day. No, they have to be cage free in Michigan now. That's the problem. All right, guys. Well, I've had a lot of fun tonight, and it is getting ever closer to midnight. So I do not want to, just like we don't want the government to infringe. I don't want to infringe on your right to have a good time tonight. So I hope all of you guys are being safe tonight. I hope you had the best year that you could this past year. And I really do. And I hope, and I do hope, and I'm going to try to make next year as good as I possibly can. So I hope you all do the same. But let's not fall asleep. It's for the Second Amendment. Please don't do it. I'm going to still keep track of what's going on. It might not be as dramatic as it was this year. We might not be watching them pass stuff at 3 a.m, but that's a good thing. But I'm going to literally go to Lansing on the first day of session here in about a week or so. And I want to keep going back and keep you guys informed. So let's try to make next year a better year for Michigan and for this whole country together. All right. I want to do it together. And I hope you all have a very awesome new year. And I will see you all again. I'll see you next year, right? See you next year, guys. Iron Horseman, Drain the Swamp, Grizzly Man, 420. Believe on the Lord Jesus Christ. And P, we've got Sober, Kamobi, MCC Joe 01, Jason Maseko, Jane Locke, Mag D5, Seth Morris. Yeah, keep it up, Seth. Thank you for telling me that. I need to know there's other people doing it too. I don't want to get discouraged or frustrated. So Don't be shy. Let me know what you guys are doing out there. Paul Bennett. APM Auto. Ooh, that sounds like an auto mechanic. I was working on my wife's. It's a 2012 Mazda 2 for parts of 2 days this week. Shout out to all the auto mechanics out there. Robert Lee. And I probably missed somebody, so good night to everybody else. All right. Thanks for watching, and have a good one.